the COVID and like the no fans, the social distancing? Has it been weird?
Yeah, definitely been weird. Having this last week off, knowing that we're done with Big 12 and other teams are still playing, and we're seeing them play Big 12 games and their rankings and records change and all that. And this last week is kind of weird for us to sit back and watch and know that we're done and we are done with conference. So.
Hey, Ochai, what have you seen from UTEP as you guys prepare for them for tomorrow's game? What have you seen from them?
Guards around the perimeter that can shoot. They got a solid big man. They had a transfer from Oklahoma from last year, Bianami, which I'm familiar with as a guard. So they have good guards around the perimeter and a big man. So good big man.
And then, I'm sorry, didn't mean to cut you off there. And then the last one of the question I wanted to ask is, from a player's perspective, going through this season, you had to go through a lot to get to this point. And, knock on wood, you guys have done a nice job of, the COVID and everything. What has it been like from a player's point of view to get through and to make it to this point of the season?
Really, I think just the guys on this team and the program just as a whole, it really takes a lot of maturity to just, be smart and really know what's bigger at stake and, what is at stake as a team, really. So I think the guys of how we think about it is just, doing it for our other teammates to continue playing and all that. So just being smart in our own situations and, where we're at and just being smart about that and mindful of things is something that we've learned. And I think the guys have learned this season.
Ochai, are you guys playing your best basketball right now?
I believe we're almost there, but I believe that we are getting there. Yes, that we are getting to our best.
And so, is it good to have this other game so you're playing well, and then you don't have to stop and wait for the tournament with such a big hole in the middle?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This game is actually good just to keep our rhythm going. A lot of the guys, or everyone was in on scheduling this game last minute just to keep our rhythm going to Big 12 and then the national, or not the national championship, but the NCAA tournament.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Ochai, I know you guys are confident even during your rough January. Do you feel like you thought you could play with anybody before you beat Baylor? And if that's the case, then what did beating Baylor make you guys think? Where did that take your minds and your confidence and all that stuff?
Yeah, even before the Baylor game, Texas, for example, we knew we should have had that game there. They're a great team. We knew we were better than them down that night, but we didn't get the outcome that we wanted. But after the Baylor game, I think proving that to ourselves and to people that have been watching, fans this year, that we're still that team that we think we are. I think that's some important that we can continue moving on through these next 3 weeks.
Yeah, you obviously felt it clicking last year, right? I mean, you guys got so hot really the whole season, but especially heading into the tournament. Does it feel close to that? I know you're a different team, different personnel, all that stuff, but are you starting to feel those vibes again around the team?
Yeah, I actually do. It was almost a year ago when we were winning the Big 12 championship last year and playing TCU at home, our actual official last game from last season. So we were clicking at that moment, and I think now we're just clicking and almost getting there to where I feel like we're best at.
Oach, are you familiar at all with the history with UTEP? They used to be called Texas Western. We've had a couple of big games. Actually lost to them, but a movie was made about 1966 and JoJo White. But have you been updated on any of that history?
I'm actually not. I've never seen that before or heard that before, so no.
Sure. Okay.
Ochai, what does it mean and what does it look like to be connected as a team?
Really just our minds and our thoughts. Really playing with a selfless mindset, playing as a team, playing for each other. That's why I really believe that, when we're all aligned, I think that's when we're at our best, and when any team's at their best, but when we're at our best is, I think, when everyone has that selfless mindset.
Hey, Ochai, after the Baylor game, Marcus had talked about maybe a changing point in your season. You guys had a meeting and kind of spoke about how you needed to do what Coach Self wanted you to do. I just wondered if you can kind of recall your memories of what happened at that moment.
Yeah, just pretty much giving ourselves up to the coach and, actually buying in and listening to him and what he's doing for us, because we all know he wants the best for all of us individually and as a team. And he actually, cares about us and what he wants for us. So I think really buying in and listening to him is one thing to say, but actually, following with our actions is another thing. I think we've done that.
You guys just in the locker room? Is that something you gathered together, or?
It was after, I can't remember which game it was, after one of our losses, but we gathered together and, actually had a real talk amongst each other about what we need to do and what we need to continue to do to be a good team. So we'll be a better team.
Have you felt a difference since that point?
Yes, I believe I have.
All right. Thank you, Ochai.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Ochai.